Hi, welcome to RACV Cape Schanck on the beautiful Mornington Peninsula. We're here in the Peninsula Suite. I'm here with Aaron. He's in charge of our wine program and we're going to talk all things cheese and wine. Now, Aaron and I have been on a little adventure around the peninsula. We've picked up a few cheeses from local cheesemakers. We've got Red Hill cheese, we've got Main Ridge cheese, and we've got cheese made in Dramana. We've also got some beautiful selections of wine that we're going to run through. Now, Aaron, I'm going to start off with the Compass Gold, which is a washed rind cheese, one of my personal favourites.
Beautiful.
What would you suggest if I was to have a cheese of this type?
So, well, with something like this, it is quite a strong and pungent style of cheese. I mean, this one has been washed with some pale ale, so you want to have something that's quite big and boisterous to actually go with it. So now this is where I love where we can actually use a red wine to go with it.
Beautiful.
Most people will think that cheese is just for after dessert. Not necessarily the case. You can actually have cheese to actually finish off that bottle of red wine after you finish your last savory course, so that you can actually then progress into a sweet wine to go with the dessert. So this cheese works perfectly with Merrick's Creek Shiraz. Now, not an easy wine to actually get. You do actually have to go to the cellar door or to online,
Yeah, right.
but this is a lovely, big, juicy, black cherry style of Shiraz. Very hard to actually do this style of wine in a cool climate down here.
Now, after that lovely glass of Shiraz, got a beautiful Chelsea Blue cow's milk cheese, probably my pick of the bunch. What would you suggest goes with a cheese of this style?
It's great that you've actually found this one in Dramana, because once again, I've found a wine from Dramana to go with it. This one, your Rockford style of cheese, the classic thing is a Botrytis Semillon. So what we've actually done, we've just gone to Hickenbotham. Now this one is a noble Sauvignon though. It's got all the texture that you actually want. You've got a lot of salt happening in this style of cheese. So you want to have a nice sweet balance to actually go with it. So it'll actually help you actually rinse your palate as well with the actual acid in this one too.
Beautiful. Would you suggest maybe one of the accompaniments here, probably the honey to go with that?
I know that you're a big fan of the Mornington Peninsula honeycomb, so
Delicious.
Go for it.
Wonderful. Now we're going to head over to Main Ridge.
Sure.
I was there the other day picking pine mushrooms, and I stopped in at the dairy and picked up a soft goat's cheese. What would you suggest with a cheese of this style?
So this one's quite a textural style of cheese. This one will actually start to fill your mouth. So you want to have something with a high acid to actually help rinse the palate. So while you were down there, I was literally sitting over in Shoreham, enjoying a nice view and staying at Mantons Creek. Now, Mantons Creek Estate, they've put together a wine called the Trio. It's a blend of 3 grapes. You did guess it. It's their 2016. It's a blend of Muscat, Pinot Grigio, and Gewürztraminer. So very, very unique blend. You will not find this anywhere else. So we're very, very happy to be having this little cheeky wine down here at the resort.
Not many people would know that of this winery either, would they?
So definitely not. So it is only on a very small, thin dirt road.
It's Land Cruiser territory.
Exactly right.
Out of the Land Cruiser into the Ferrari, we're going to hit the semi-hard goat's cheese. Aaron, what would you suggest with a cheese of this style?
I thought it's quite a salty style of cheese. Let's go for something a little bit unique. So once again, out down by Dramana, Crittenden Estate. So Crittenden Estate have produced this Sauvignon where they've actually made it in a sherry style. Beautiful. So they're using a lovely yeast called Flor, which they actually put across the top of the actual wine so it oxidizes it. Now it is truly meant to be like that. I promise you, if you get a bottle and it tastes oxidized, it's the way it's meant to be. It works really nicely with the actual texture in the cheese, and especially if you're having it with some of our maple coated walnuts as well.
Beautiful. And yeah, I'll just run through a couple of these accompaniments. So we've got some beautiful seasonal grapes, dried apricots, candied walnuts, and fresh apple for me, and obviously the Mornington Peninsula honey. And for me, they're the sort of classic quintessential cheese plate garnishes that everyone has in their home.
Nothing like a bit of lavosh though, chef.
Yeah, that's true.